Hey, everybody, let's see how this is gonna work.
So
Okay,
what? Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Stop talking. I'm trying to save you. At least preserve your right to remain silent, but you're about to mess it up. Sit down, stop moving, and listen.
All right, here we go. I got to tell everybody a funny thing. That name LD Henderson up there, that's my brother. So the day that I can go late, the day that I show up late, he shows up on time. That's about how it should work. All right, I'm going to try to play this out right. Y'all let me know what you think. Thanks.
Ms. Tawana Johnson?
Yes.
All right, so I get it. You went from here, you had a first appearance before Judge Bridgewater, Judge Charity Bridgewater in magistrate court. Light-skinned lady, long hair, might have some green tints in her hair. That's Judge Bridgewater.
That was the first time when I was arrested up there. That I went in front of her. That's who gave me a signature bond. So
Right.
when I got locked.
But when you got locked up, it wasn't for us. It was for a warrant out of Rockdale County.
No, I never had a warrant in Rockdale County. The warrant was up here from Morrow on criminal trespassing and failure to appear on the criminal trespassing and the disorderly conduct.
Okay,
they
so
had it backwards. The Rockdale locked me up and they transported me to Morrow. Morrow came and got me and took me to Clayton County.
Okay, so what happened was you must have missed a court date. Is there a bench warrant? Hold on a second. Can anybody find a bench warrant that she may have had? Because this is a 2024 case and it's got a lot of stuff going on for her to just be here.
Give me just a second, Your Honor.
Yeah, because it looks like she was picked up in Rockdale. It may have been a warrant that originated out of Morrow but I don't remember doing a warrant for Ms. Johnson because I don't remember her being here before.
I'm look at it now.
Yes. All right. So hold on, Ms. Johnson. So we're gonna try and get it all clear so we'll know one way or the other where you need to be.
You're sure there was not a bench warrant out for Miss
Okay, so we didn't have a warrant, so it had to be something from Rockdale.
Rockdale would have kept me. Rockdale didn't have anything on me. The warrant that they picked me up from was a failure to appear on disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing. That was out of Morrow. Okay. So I did 30 days in Clayton County Jail for that. When I went in front of the other judge, he told me I was time served. And that was June the 26th, 24. Right.
Okay, so June the 26th wouldn't have given you 30 days in Clayton County.
That judge told me I released June the 26th, the same day I went to court. That man told me time served.
When did you get to Clayton County?
Hold on, let me tell you. Hold on, I can look it all up because I don't know how they got it backwards or anything.
Okay, well, let's look and see if she had any time this year in Clayton County Jail. Tilwana, Tilwonna. I don't have an LE number because it's not on the, she's not an active inmate, so.
Your Honor, I have.
My LE number was 229-5610.
That's what I have as well. And I have He was in custody at Clayton County from February 29th, 2024 until March 5th, 2024.
No, not that. This was in June. This was in June, recently.
Okay, do we see any period of incarceration in June?
Muted.
So, because if you were incarcerated in June, you would have come up on the trial on one of the calendars for jail, but you wouldn't have seen a white guy because the person.
I seen a white judge out of Morrow.
Yeah, if you came from Clayton, if you were in Clayton County Jail on a failure to appear, you would have been on one of the jail calendars. If you were on the jail calendar in June, you would have seen a black female, either me or one of the other judges, but you would not have seen a white male. So what I'm trying to
white judge. That's who gave me time served.
Damn, but I'm trying to figure out.
I have no reason to lie about that.
I'm not saying you lying. I'm saying I'm trying to figure out who this judge is and who gave you time served.
His name, I think I forgot the man's name, but I got my release date and all that right here.
You have any paperwork?
Yes, I got paperwork right here.
Stating
when they released me.
Okay, that's what we need. You telling me what you remember. The paperwork is what I need. So read on there the dates that you were in jail.
Okay.
Your Honor, according to CPUA, she was picked up on the failure to appear, and she did appear in Morrow Municipal Court on June 4th was her confinement date, and then she got out June 26th. But the agency is Morrow Municipal Court.
So you saw a Morrow judge, and did the judge give her any kind of determination? Because otherwise this case should not have been bound over, or, and listen to me carefully, this is the possibility. This is a co-defendant case, which means that Ms. Hodo could have asked for her case to be bound over, and Ms. Johnson's case could have been resolved in Morrow, but then because Ms. Hodo's case got bound over and they're co-defendants on the same case number, they could have both ended up bound over instead of Ms. Johnson getting her case resolved. So
that's
that out. All right, hold on, Ms. Johnson. We're working with you.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to get frustrated, man. It's just like y'all ain't gonna keep.
Okay, so yeah, let's look at that to see if maybe she got mistakenly bound over with Ms. Hodo.
It doesn't say, and it doesn't list her as being in jail for the disorderly conduct and criminal trespass in Morrow. It lists her as being in jail for a failure to appear.
Right.
And
but go ahead.
It just says, give me a second, sorry. It didn't work.
Show up for that court date.
And he said from the church.
So the only thing that CPUA lists is that she was given time served for the failure to appear only, not for another case.
In the system, it's not. He put it in the system.
Hold on, Ms. Johnson. So was the time served an ordinance violation?
I'm not positive about what,
because an FTA gets cured by an appearance, and then you deal with the underlying charge. That FTA is not a separate charge unless it's an escape charge, and that wasn't charged. If you have somebody before you on an FTA, the FTA or the bench warrant are cured by appearance. It's not a separate charge. So if somebody told her she has 30 days credit for time served, they are closing a case, not a failure to appear. What's the judge's name, Ms. Johnson?
I can't remember his name, but I think I heard
you don't have to remember. Look on the paperwork. The judge's name should be on the paperwork.
Tell her we only have
you only have your release paper.
I only have my release paper. They didn't really even give me no paperwork, really.
Okay, on your release paper, it doesn't say a judge's name.
Tell her no, it just says the officer's name.
It just say the officer name. But
Officer Thompson.
This says Officer Aaliyah Farmer from Clayton County Sheriff's Office Jail. It says resident transaction receipt.
Yeah, that's what they gave me. The rest that was on my
Okay, so this is what I'm understanding. She had a case that originated in the municipal court of Morrow. The case, she missed her first court date for Morrow for whatever reason. They issued a failure to appear for her to appear before the Morrow judge. At that point, her case was still tied to Ms. Hodo. Ms. Hodo's case was bound over to state court, and the possibility exists that Ms. Johnson's case also was bound. But when Ms. Johnson appeared before the Morrow judge, probably right here in this building, and they said credit for time served, the confusion is they can't give her credit for time served for failure to appear. Credit for time served means that they are closing an offense. Failure to appear is not an offense. It's a status.
It is actually in the code section a separate offense that we can charge.
Did they charge it?
Person with a failure to appear that they can be convicted of for.
Did they charge it?
I'm lost my goddamn
I'm honestly not sure. I can see that there was a CPU. There's also a disorderly conduct and criminal trespass that is listed as from the same date from the Morrow Police Department. That's just listed as released.
Yeah, it's the same charge. So,
but usually if they have pled to it, they'll put NOLO or guilty by it or BFR for bond forfeiture. Release is not usually what they put. So, I mean, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. So the
Andrews is on the phone with the Morrow Municipal Court right now to see if they have record of what they did.
Yeah, please, because a lot of times we hear what we think is happening, or the judge will communicate something, and because you don't practice law, it doesn't mean the same thing. So they may have said, well, you had a failure to appear, we got you, we're gonna this is the first time we're able to see you because this is the first time in this cycle that a Morrow judge is at the courthouse ready to hear these jail cases. So your case gets put before the Morrow judge. They deal with the failure to appear and then bind your case over to Superior Court, which means that you would have spent the time in jail, but it wouldn't have addressed your underlying charge of criminal trespass. Now, if he said, well, you spent 30 days in jail, so I'm gonna let you out on the failure to appear, that's different. It means that you missed court, you spent 30 days in jail, we're gonna reinstate your case and push it up to state court so that it can be dealt with there. Now, doesn't mean you can't possibly get credit for the 30 days, but I got to know what that judge said. And I don't have a document yet that tells me he said 30 days. All right, somebody go into the breakout room and help Mr. Howard out.
They should have it in their system.
Everything should be in the system.
They ain't even got it in their system.
Okay, okay, just give me a minute, Ms. Johnson, because the problem is, this is the problem we have. We don't have the same system, unfortunately, that municipal courts have. So they have their system. And then when they finish whatever they're doing, then it has to come and be input into our system. And sometimes they don't talk to each other. I'm trying to figure this out so we can resolve your case and you don't have to come back. But if your case got bound over, a municipal court judge can't tell you that he's closing the case because it's not his anymore. All right. So let me figure out who this judge is and what the decision was.
And Your Honor, I do have, I was able to get in contact with them from Morrow Municipal Court. They're going to go ahead and send me a copy of the disposition. I should be receiving it shortly.
Okay, thank you. And if they given 30 days for people missing court dates, that's crazy to me. I know if it says it's on the books and it can be charged, but it doesn't make any sense because it's just delaying resolving the underlying charge. And it's extra time people shouldn't have to spend in jail.
And Your Honor, I do have the disposition on Ms. Johnson's case from municipal court.
Yes.
She is correct. They did close out the disorderly conduct and the criminal trespass there with the guilty plea. So
look at there, Ms. Johnson. Go ahead, Ms. Payne, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, based on that, the state would move to dismiss her case in the disorderly conduct and criminal trespass based on double jeopardy issues.
All right, Ms. Johnson, look at that. So, all you had to do was be a little bit patient with me, and you provided us enough information to see that you were exactly right, okay? Sometimes,
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
the system gets a little confused, but we do the best that we can to make sure that we don't, that you don't suffer for it, okay?
Thank you. That's
All
all. That's
right.
all I wanted. That's
I
all.
know. Well, thank you so much. She was like, I went before a judge. I'm like, well, we don't have no judge look like that. But we got it right. So you be safe. You stay out of trouble. Because we don't want to be messed up again. And
Okay,
this
yeah, you
case
won't
is,
see me up there with no other no more.
don't worry. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off on the no pros based on the fact that this case has already been resolved at the municipal court level.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, so thank y'all for the patience, for helping me walk through that, for giving me the information that was necessary to help Ms. Johnson. This is what we do. You know, even the prosecutors, y'all are for the pursuit of the truth, and thank you for that. So
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for a competency review. Does the court have an updated report?
I do not.
We
The last report I had was from January.
don't have anything updated since then, Your Honor. So we are respectfully requesting 3 weeks to allow this report to be generated.
Okay, I have in my file an order, I think from April, finding the defendant incompetent.
Yes.
Is that correct? All right. I think my signature got left off of that. All right, give me a. You have not heard from them as to when they're.
I have.
Yeah, all right. I spoke with Mr. Brown yesterday. My intent is to reach out to the CFP in the next 2 days to see if I can get an idea of when we can expect an update.
Can you give me 60?
September 26th, 9 a.m.
All right. What I will do is I will set the review September 26th, 2024, 9 a.m. Of course, if we get the report before then, we can move it up.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
The max charges for this? How long? It's like, I think you can only hold me a certain amount of time, right? For this forensic center that's so busy.
What do you
We'll talk.
Okay, I haven't heard from you. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, what's up, I'm God. You guys will know about it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I have a feeling how that report's coming back. Why is she raising her hand? Why are you raising your hand, ma'am? For who? Well, I don't know that I'll answer it. What's your name? Pardon?
I just wanted to ask you how you pursue this case, because I believe that his daughter also has something to do with it.
Ma'am, I cannot answer that at all. You'll need to find a lawyer and talk to, or something along those lines. I can't answer any of that.
Okay.
By design, I know very little about what's going on in the case, so I couldn't even begin to try to answer. Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Sheldon Blumet.
On ground, Deputy. Been written on behalf of Mr. Brumet. Mr. Brumet, say your name for the record.
Sheldon Brumet.
Honor, today is the date and time set for the probable cause conference. However, Mr. Brumet wishes to retain Mr. Michael Vincent to be his counsel in this matter.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
And he believes that he'll need 30 days in order to be able to get those monies together. Mr. Vincent ain't cheap. So he needs that time to be able to get the money.
Not cheap, but it's easy. All right, Vincent, that his whole life. And they're going out. That's, Lynn's got him. Is there any objection if I adjourn these out 30 days for this defendant to? Okay. This is the only, sir, this is the only adjournment you'll get for these purposes. I can do the 20. I'm here the 29th, right?
Yes.
All right. I'll give you a little bit over to get that done, because you're right, he's not cheap. So probable cause August 29th.
Yes.
August 29th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Okay. That'd be enough time for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Robert. Is it Droszewski?
On behalf of the people.
Written on behalf of Mr. Jaruzelski. Your name for the record.
Probation, Robert. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Not well, sir.
This is another matter in which we do not yet have an updated report.
Do not yet have the report, you mean?
Why am I being denied an attorney? Why is an attorney coming to see me?
Hold on.
Your Honor.
Hold on a second.
Yes, please. Yes, sir.
So
Sorry.
we're looking,
Apologies.
you're looking for a report on this case.
Yes.
And we don't have it yet. Did both cases get referred over or just one?
I see that the 1052 is competency. The 1188 this appears to be a bond violation.
Got it. Okay, so because that one's set for just a straight PCC, isn't it?
That is correct, Your Honor. 118 was just.
All right. We haven't heard anything from.
I have not.
All right, what was our dates?
I've told him that I'm willing to cooperate.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. September 26, 2024 at 9 a.m. I will move the date up. To keep them together, I would also set this case for PCC that date, but move it up, or what do you want me to do on that?
So he has not even yet been spoken to by CMH. So
Pardon?
he's not even had the interview yet with CMH. So I'm going to keep that in mind.
Okay.
Your Honor. Good morning,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
I've been
sir.
just so you know, I've been requesting to speak with someone, and I've sent numerous letters. I've called the public defender's office to talk to an attorney about questions I have relating to this competency, why it was even ordered in the first place. I've requested copies of the motions as to why I was even sent a motion to have me for a competency, and no one's answering me, no one's talking to me. And personally, I don't even believe that I should be going to forensics, sir. I mean, if there's a hearing that we can have, that a lawyer can talk to me. I've been trying to talk to a lawyer for 5 months now, and I've been rejected every time. I've been laughed at in my face by other attorneys when they've seen me in the courtroom about this violation for talking to my girl on the phone. They literally laughed in my face when I asked them questions. The lawyer who asked me, who put in the motion for competency, when I asked him about evidence in the case, his exact words to me, Your Honor, were, quote, "I am not going to do anything you ask me to do," unquote. And I had some choice words for him. We came into the court. He filed a motion for competency against me. Why am I sitting here 5 months
It's
later?
not, sir.
I mean, I understand, Your Honor.
I was not part of the conversation, but I would say that, first of all, a competency is not filed against you.
I understand that, sir.
Okay, so
But why am I being denied an opportunity to speak to a lawyer about the competency issue and about the motion in the first place? They're telling me that they can't even talk to me.
I don't think that they would have said that.
Your Honor,
They
I've called the
can't.
public defense,
Okay.
pardon my interruption.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I'm sorry, sir.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I've called the public defender's office 3 times. They've told me that no lawyer will talk to me. I've sent 4 or 5 letters to the public defender's office requesting to talk to an attorney specifically about this competency motion and examination that I had questions, and no one responds to me.
Okay, so Mr. Brown, I'm gonna set these dates. You'll make sure that somebody
make
gets
sure that
down
it's-
and talks to him about this.
Absolutely.
So he has an understanding as to why it's proceeding in that way.
Absolutely. We will make
All
sure.
right.
there's communication.
So I'm setting it for the 26th. And then September 26th, 9 AM, that date, so that you understand, sir, if we get a report, like if we talk to you, we get a report, that date gets moved up. So things will happen a lot faster once that occurs. Got
I
it?
appreciate you, Your Honor, and I'm not trying to be difficult. I've
No,
been laying up here for 5 months and I'm
sir,
frustrated.
Sir, I'm not thinking that you're trying to be difficult. You had some questions. Some of them I can't answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I've asked Mr. Brown is to make sure that somebody gets down and talks to you, kind of explain this whole process.
Thank you, sir.
All right?
I was wondering if you could tell me what the status of his phone privileges are.
Alexander's all I know.
Status of his phone privileges?
His name when I got up and left. That's
I do
Alexander.
not see an order. Yes, I do. On case. Right. I don't have my date, on June 21st, 2024, his phone privileges were revoked pending a hearing.
Okay. I will reach back out to the jail and make sure that they're in that order. My understanding is that his calls were continuing to the victim through at least June 26th. So I'm concerned.
Well, let me put it this way. I signed the order from June 21st. I can see that it was stamped in June 24th. And I would suspect that the jail has done something only because then we're talking 2 days later.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, bond will continue. Thank you.
Who's another floor? All right, good morning, Ms. Norwood. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 59 days in jail, credit for the 59 days that you've already done. Tell me, ma'am, have you ever been arrested for DWI before?
No, I have not.
You not have any prior DWIs on your record?
No.
Is that right? Can you see?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Well, Ms. Norwood, this one and this now going on your record. The only thing I'm going to advise you is that if you're ever in a car driving and you get pulled over and you smell like alcohol or dope, they're going to see your priors. What do you think they're going to do? Right. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No time serves, anything like that. So I would be very careful. If you want to get lit, find another way. Don't get into a car because you're inviting and begging for trouble. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine the accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, man? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 59 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 59 days you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you, man. Thanks. And you can waive the fines. Hey.
For any hearing, but he's the one that the state was going to dismiss their MRP because he picked up.
This is the one that picked up the DWI.
Yeah, he up in Montgomery. And last time you were here, you wanted him to do 10 AAs. Probation has that. We have this here if you want to look at it. So he's done his 10 AAs.
Great.
Probation tells me that he's officially going to be off of our probation towards the end of August.
I'm not letting him go. He picked up a new DWI.
Oh, I got you. I don't know what you want to do. I just wanted to give you all the intel that we have.
What did he do with ours?
He did all of his fees. He did the community service, he did the DWI education course. So he was in compliance up until this new case. I think he was reporting in Willis, Texas, though, or he lives in Willis, Texas, so he was reporting out of town.
So I'd like to extend it for 6 months and just keep tabs to make sure he's doing well. So no dope, no alcohol, random testing. He needs to continue to be monitored, right? Does he have a Texas driver license? Does he have liability insurance? Do you know?
I'm not sure about.
Come up, sir.
He's allowed to transfer back to Willis if he wants to say. He is reporting.
I understand.
Do you have liability insurance?
Yes, sir. What a SR-22.
Prove it. You can show John. I trust John. Just, you don't have to do it here. Before I allow you to drive, I want to know that you have liability insurance. Okay? I'm going to extend your probation for 6 months. And I'm going to tell you now.
Actually, Judge, I misspoke. He just got suspended. ALR, June 20th, 2024.
That's probably because you're a new case, okay?
Yeah.
So your license is now suspended. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. And I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Goodwin, if I find that you drive, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand? You have a DWI with me, you're on probation, you pick up a DWI in another county, your license is currently suspended. I don't care what license you have, what SR-22, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months every single time you drive. And on top of that, I will file a motion to revoke, and then I can stack that on top of it. Do you understand? Do not drive. Do not use anything.
You said you wanted me monitored, but I already got a scram on my leg.
Good. And I want you to keep it because I want to know that you're not consuming. And I'm going to keep you on for 6 months. You blow hot, you violate that, I'm going to violate you. Do you understand?
I do see on May 15th, it looks like it was revoked also for failure to complete DWI education. Did that ever? It's because I was in jail. Yeah, you got it? Okay, cool. Okay. So yeah, it's just a suspension from.
So for now, all we're doing is kind of maintaining the status quo that he doesn't consume alcohol. I'm going to keep him on for 6 months. If he behaves himself, I'll take you off. No jail time. But you've one false move, 120 days in jail. Do you understand? 0 credit.
I will, I'll dismiss the MRP with amended conditions, Judge.
Yeah, let's amend it first so we make sure that he doesn't fall through the cracks.
And I'll wait until that.
All right, come up here, swear to us, and then I guess what we'll
There's
do.
no need for any court date, any recess or anything. He's just on probation
So
for another 6 months.
he's on for now. So what we'll do is if you can put a reminder, let's look 45 days or 60 days. Let's see how he's doing. Do 60, Toria, so we can make sure we can see how he's doing.
Did I have Miss Kizzy? So Miss Kizzy did test negative today. I spoke with her
Where is
about.
she? Come up.
I spoke with her about apparently she was supposed to check in on Mondays and Wednesdays. She said she wasn't aware. I will say, Judge, Miss Kizzy has been diligent with me. I believe her. I just think.
She signs a piece of paper.
She did.
With conditions, and we give it to you. And I told you over and over. And in fact, there's videos floating around all over YouTube that you acknowledge that you were supposed to test and you haven't done it.
I did test negative today.
I call in and I was never scheduled. I thought it was the call-in. So that's my fault.
And she tested negative last time. I do think it's a mistake on her part. I don't think she's hiding any sort of drug use. That's the point I do want to make. I do believe she has been clean. She's trying to take care of her kids. If you remember, you had Miss Kizzy go into custody when I was first appointed because she had tested positive. That was horrifying for her. And she's still she's on the straight and narrow right now. I think that you won't have any problem with her reporting from here on out. She was calling in. Apparently she's supposed to go in person. She knows now. She does have.
You
two
miss one more time. And I'm gonna take copious notes, Ms. Kizzy. If you miss one more time, I'm going to revoke your bond. And I'm gonna double if not triple it. Do you understand? Don't miss again. What's going on upstairs? Do you know? With her other cases?
I spoke with her last setting. I didn't speak with you today about what happened.
I haven't went up there. I'm gonna have to get another lawyer today, upstairs.
And Judge, this is me asking, this is not Ms. Kizzy asking, considering she's tested negative the last 2 times, can she just report once a week instead of twice? She does have small children.
The problem is that she can tailor what she wants to do, knowing that you only come once a week. So I will do this, okay? I will have you come once a week here, but you must go to a Quest Diagnostic where you live and you can take another test there, but it's your responsibility to get the test to counsel and she'll get it to me. I promise you, Ms. Kizzy, if you miss one more time, I will revoke your bonds. I'm gonna make notes now and I'm gonna put you on my list. So I have here to look, because I have a list here and I guess I didn't have your name on it, that I look every single day, who comes Mondays and Thursdays to test. Do you understand? No more missing. And if you can stay negative for the next month, I'll take you off. But it has to be a month of no testing, positives. Do you understand? Okay, that's the agreement. And I will put that in the notes here so that no one forgets that if she continues to test negative for the next month, I'll take you off random testing. As far as the felony case, I don't even see a lawyer attached anymore. They granted the withdrawal. I can't believe that they would just grant the withdrawal without.
That replacing counsel.
Right. Especially given it's as old as it is, but okay. I'm gonna tell you now that I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you to take care of upstairs. We have a certain timeline that we do things at 180 days here. It's time to figure out what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for upstairs because that, especially with you not having a lawyer, it's gonna take another 6 months. I don't care. Do you understand? So the problem is that yeah, I don't know. You got to work it out sooner rather than later. Okay, all right.
Can you repeat that condition again? She can report once a week, but it has.
So what we'll do is she will report here once a week. The other one, she can go to Quest Diagnostics. They're all over Houston. So she can go to one near her house, right? I don't want you to go to a Ponca City Labs where you can buy a test.
I live in Willis, Texas, Montgomery County. Is there one there?
What? Here, let me look real quick. I don't know, but I'm sure there is. They have Quests all over, right? To take a look, just Google it. There should be one near there, but I want a legitimate lab. I don't want some, because there's a lot of labs that will just, you give them $30, they'll give you whatever they want. I don't trust that. Okay.
You have to pay for that test?
Yeah, I can't pay for that. If you do it here, I can pay for it. Over there, I can't do that. But I'm willing to help you so you don't have to come here. But that's the only way. Because that way I know that it's legitimate and not a bunk test. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, bro. Stuart. I don't think that we've even done PC. So we have to do that real quick. Okay. All right, Ms. Stewart, you were charged with criminal trespass and there's a deadly weapon allegation. Because of that, it kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor and you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay? All right, please.
On July 12th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a suspicious person with a weapon call at the Union Pacific Rail Terminal. It's the terminal on the east side of town. It's 50 rail lines in a row parallel. The location has multiple no trespassing signs in its stay. When officers arrived, the defendant was standing between railroad tracks, and officers observed her to have a pistol in her pants. Officers took control of the pistol. It was not in a holster. A witness stated that she observed video of the defendant waving a gun around in her hand, but no one was close enough to hear what she was yelling. The witness stated that she had the gun in her hand and did not point it at anybody.
Was she trespassing?
Yes, Your Honor. She was in the rail, like the part where there's a whole bunch of train tracks. There's no one supposed to be in that because of safety. Trains tend to.
Was she warned that she couldn't be there, or
it's a fenced area, Your Honor?
So she's inside the fence of
yes. In the actual terminal where the trains are. It's not. No one's supposed to be inside, or no humans are supposed to be inside.
Okay. So, ma'am, tell me about yourself. What do you do these days? How old are you? Okay. What do you do in life?
Right now, what I'm doing, I just stay with my.
Guys, go ahead.
I just stay with my brother and I work at a daiquiri shop.
Okay. What happened? You said that you were admitted into a location.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me more about that?
It's in behavioral health.
Okay. Did you admit yourself?
Sir, I was going through emotional state of mind and I was walking on the highway naked. So they ended up taking me to the hospital. I stayed at the hospital, then they transferred me.
Okay. Are you taking any medication?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take it. Good things happen when you take it. The problem is that, and we see it so much that people start taking medication, they start to feel good, right? You know, I feel good. I don't need it anymore. I'm just going to stop taking it. And boom, what happens? The cycle starts happening again. If you take the medication and continue to take it, good things happen. So keep taking it. I am making that a condition of your bond now. I want you to take it, and I'm ordering you to continue to do it. Okay. The only other thing I'm going to ask you to do is no weapons. As long as you can abide by these two things and stay in contact with Aaron, because he's the lawyer that we've given you, good things will happen for you. Did you graduate from high school?
I'm currently taking an online course at Penn Foster. I've really been doing it since I was 19. It's this last essay. I'm just very.
I am also making that a condition. You and I are going to work together to make sure that you get your high school diploma. You cannot be rolling around in life without, at the very minimum, that, because you're never going to make any money. You'll never get a good job. You have to have it. So what we're going to do is this, is I'm setting your case off for 2 weeks from today. And I want you to start looking into finishing up your GED classes. Okay. If you need any kind of resources whatsoever, ask Aaron, and we have the managed assigned counsel division that can help you with resources.
Yes, sir.
If you need anything, we can help you out with it. Well, we can't unless you ask for it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. All I'm asking you to do is take the medicine, no weapons, and let's get your GED.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to set you off 2 weeks. I want you to come back to show me what you've done. Got it?
Got it.
All right. If you do this, you and I will be best friends.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what I want. And if that happens between us, there are going to be rainbows everywhere. All right. Okay. Good luck with the story. Thanks. Can you file those conditions? No, it'll be with state. Aaron, please, you cannot leave until you sign the bond conditions, okay? Okay, all right, that's it. All right. Thank you, Ms. Stewart. And I'll reinstate the bond.
Court calls the case, People versus Tariq Day. You what? Okay.
People. And I don't believe that our office is any longer.
You don't believe that you are? Why? What? So? Well, yeah, but he's got to tell me that.
You do.
You do. Oh yeah, you're on the case till I say otherwise. Not probably not going to happen. Your name?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your name.
Tariq Samar, Tariq Ade.
Okay. All right. What are we doing on this case?
Oh, I'm still waiting for the hearing for the jurisdiction hearing. I put in the
For what?
the jurisdiction hearing, put in a motion for a dismissal for lack of jurisdiction.
When did you put that motion in?
It's been, I'm not sure when it was.
Did you file a written motion?
Yes. I didn't get a receipt or anything. They said they filed it and or at some time. I never.
Have the people received a copy of a motion regarding jurisdiction?
No, in May, the last time a different prosecutor and Your Honor and everybody else was here, there was conversation on the record about the defendant having filed the motion. We're still waiting for the defendant.
Competency. I don't have a competency report.
There's a quote we'd like to quote, Your Honor, in our files. And the quote is about how we will not be addressing this until the competency report is back.
Thank you.
And then it would have to go through his counsel.
And the other thing, okay, so that you, counsel, I will give you an opportunity to look at it because I don't know what to make of it. He sent something to the court. Like an attempted to draw a check on the back of a birth certificate and then some notice of adequate assurance for performance and settlement. Whatever. So we will give counsel an opportunity to look at that. I will adjourn this matter out for competency. I was giving what date? October.
Talk to.
October 20th.
They said that the competency hearing was on the 25th. I wasn't given any other information after that.
Say it again.
And I tried to ask him at the last hearing, and he said it'd be coming in the mail.
And October 24th, 2024, 9 a.m. If we get a report prior to then I'll move the date up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel, we will let you look at that. Maybe we can, what we'll do is we'll just make copies of it.
Thank you.
Send it to you.
Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, present on behalf of Mr. Aaron Reich. Go ahead and state your name, please.
To ensure justice is made, I will make 5 brief statements and then state my name. Dana from the Forensic Center had first met me on the 17th of July, 2024, 8 days ago. Yet, several months prior, she submitted a report in my case without having known me at all. She didn't even know me. That was several months ago. I just seen it 8 days ago. The total time I'd ever spent at the Forensic Center is about an hour. The court claims that I'm incompetent, yet neither the Forensic Center nor anyone else has provided me with any help. Why then is my sentencing being delayed for 6 months as of now? No attorney, such as Mr. Brown, has ever met or spoken to me about the details of my case. None. So how is he qualified to represent me, with all due respect to him? My case is full of lies and inaccuracies. Under such conditions, no judge, even the most qualified one, can reach at the truth. And the last one, someone with advanced spiritual abilities is controlling the minds of everyone I come into contact with. It is hard and almost impossible to believe, but that is the truth. With that, I'm complete, and my name is Amit Ehrenreich.
I don't really care now.
Can I address one? He says,
yes,
we haven't talked to him. Usually when we have clients who are being referred for competency, it's a policy that we don't go and discuss the case with them until they have been shown to be competent.
But even prior to that, you've never met with me. You've never spoken to me. I've never seen you. How in the world are you qualified, with all due respect, to represent me? Had you known me, had you known the details of my case, had you listened to me, yes, you would have been a qualified lawyer. But otherwise, how can you represent me?
Oh,
even
he's very qualified. Are you done? That was a question. Are you done now?
I'm willing to listen.
Are you done? I have a report. There is no other additional evidence from either side.
None, Your Honor.
This report indicates that in the opinion of the examiner, that this individual remains incompetent to stand trial. In this matter, there being no other evidence to the contrary, defendant is at this point deemed incompetent. I'll set a review hearing for October 24th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Nothing. How in the
You
world
can
will
leave
change?
my courtroom now. Go with the deputies. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Just go with them, please. Thank you. Is that the end of that block? Thank goodness. Court stands in recess.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out and watching. Thank you for all the new folks out there. Amanda, it was good to see you in the chats. Ian, yes, I do see you. Sean, thanks for coming out. Noah, thanks for coming out and checking out the channel. We appreciate it, man. We try to put out videos all the time. Itzel, Fozzie's got his OnlyFans. I've got a pretty little dog. I always joke about getting her OnlyFans, but my wife debates about where the blur spots need to be. Well, thank you guys for coming out. And at 9 o'clock, Jen Hardy is having an interview with Debbie Davis. Debbie Davis is going to be the next prosecutor in St. Joseph County, Michigan. It'd be great to go and check her out and support her every way you can. All right, thank you, everybody, and see you all over at Jen's at 9.